Hello everyone, welcome to this video lecture. In this video I'll be explaining third experiment of mobile application development course. The experiment is create a sign up activity with username and password. Validation of password should happen based on the following rules. They have given some of the rules for validating the password. The first one is password should contain uppercase and lowercase letters. Password should contain letters and numbers. Password should contain special characters. And the last one is minimum length of the password is 8. That means the password should contain at least 8 characters. On successful sign up, proceed to the next login activity. Here the user should sign in using the username and password created during sign up activity. If the username and password are matched, then navigate to the next activity which displays a message saying successful login, or else display a toast message saying login failed. The user is given only 2 attempts, and after that display a toast message saying failed login attempts, and disable the sign in button. Use bundle to transfer information from one activity to another activity. This is the design of sign up activity, and this is the design of login activity. Here we will be able to learn some of the new concept like bundle, what is the purpose of bundle in Android, and we also use another concept called as intent to transfer the data from one activity to another activity, and how to design 2 activities in a single application. These are the new things we will be learning through this particular application. Before actually implementing the application, now we will see how exactly the application works. The first activity is sign up activity, where it takes username and password from the user. I give username first. My username is username itself, then followed by password. For the password I have to follow some of the rules. If at all I am not giving the password with some requirement, it will not accept the password. For example, if I give ABC, it has to give a toast message saying that you should follow some of the rules. If I try to click on sign up page, it is giving a toast message. So it should take at least one capital letter, some small letters, a special character, and some numbers. And the length of the password should be at least 8 characters. Now I am following all the rules. Now if I press or if I click on sign up page, it is successfully signed up. Then it goes to login activity, where it passes username and password. Now I need to give the same username and password, only then the login will be successful. Otherwise I need to give some toast message or some dialog fragment. Now we will see if at all I give any wrong password or username, how exactly the application works. I give username as username and I give ABC as my password. If I click on the sign in button, then it is giving a toast message that username or password is invalid. I give a proper username and proper password whatever I have given. This is the password I have given during the sign up activity. Here I am considering the successful login. So once I log in now, it should go to another activity where it is displaying successful message. So this is a simple activity or experiment for sign up and login. One more thing we need to consider here is whenever user tries to log in with a wrong credential, whenever it reaches maximum try, then it has to print a toast message and the sign in button should be disabled. We will see how exactly it happens. So here I will try to log in with the wrong credentials. First I will give wrong password. My password, I'll give something else password. So one attempt is done. Second attempt is done. Third attempt is done. And once I go further, let us see how exactly the application reacts. Okay, so here I am trying to display a dialog fragment saying that maximum attempt reached and my sign in button is disabled. This is a requirement whatever given in the experiment description. Now let us see how exactly we can implement these things used in the Android. In order to create the application, create a new project. Select empty activity, click next, give the name of the application. I'll give it as sign up and login. Select the other requirements, language as well as minimum SDK. Let it be Android 4.4 that is KitKat. Click on finish. Let Android Studio generate all the required folders and files for the present project. Now the project is ready with all the required files and folders. The first we will complete all the design part. Here we have to design 3 activities. We know that all the layouts will be stored inside the resource folder, that is inside the resource. Then we need to go with the layout. Here already one layout is already we have it, that is activity main.xml. We will consider this activity for sign up page. So in this layout or in this activity we will design the sign up page, and we need one more layout for login, and another layout is for successful login message. First we will design sign up page. We require to edit text to enter username and password, and one sign up button. We have a default text view. Instead of hello world, I will be displaying the name of the layout or activity. The first activity is sign up activity. Change the content, that is text, as sign up activity. Make the text appearance as large. Next we require to edit text. Go to text palette, and here we have plain text and password. We take plain text for username and password for password. The difference is, in password it takes text, but for the user it will display some star or dots. It will not show the content. That is the main difference. The text type is, or input type is password. In this case input type is text. And we require one button. Now add all the constraint. We add the constraint to the upper widget or component. Add the left and right constraint to the main layout or a parent layout. Attach this to the top and also provide left and right constraint, and also give the constraint for button. Okay, so this simple sign up page design is ready. If you want, you can also provide the hint for this. This is for username, and remove the text so that it will be appeared with only the username, that is hint. And also for password, give the hint. And you can also change the ID. For this, take it as username, US name, and for password, refactor it, and for this, give it as password. And also change the text for button. Let it be sign up button, BTN sign up, and the text make it as sign up. So this completes simple design for sign up activity. Now we need one more activity for the login page. For that, go to project and go to layout. Here I have to create a new layout or activity, new activity. So right click on new, and here you have an option for including a new activity. In this, click on empty activity. It will ask for the activity name. Give the name as login activity. The activity name, whatever you give here, it will be the same name for the Java class. So that is why don't provide name with white spaces. Click on finish. So here you can see login.java is created, whatever for which we have created. Here we have login.xml, which is a new activity, and we will also include the design for that activity. We require one text view for printing or displaying a login page or login activity. We require two edit text, one for username and one for password, and we require a button. Add all the constraint. And also change the text in the text view. This is a login page or login activity. And even you change the ID for this. This is username for login, US name for login, and this is password for login, and also give the hint for password as well as username. Remove the default text and also give the ID for button, btn login, and also change the text. So we completed the design for login activity. Also we require one more activity page for printing successful login. So repeat the same process. Go to project, click on layout, right click, new, and go to activity and select empty activity. In this case, we don't have any much design part. We need to display simple text view which displays successful login. The name of this activity is login success. Click finish. We have 3 activity. Select activity login.success.xml, and here we need to include one text view for printing the successful message. That is the third activity and the last one. Let it be in the middle of the page. We need to change the text. Logged in successfully or successful logged in. Let it be login successful. That's it with the design part. Next, we will look into the implementation part. That is how we can implement all the functionality in Java file. Now we will see how exactly we can implement all the required functionality into our Java file. We have 3 Java files for each activity, whatever we have generated. The first activity is sign up activity, which I will be implementing in main activity.java. And next is login activity, where I will be implementing in login.java class. And the last one we have login success.java, where we are not including any activity because we just display the success message in a new activity. First we will go with the sign up. Here I will be using all the component of activity main.xml. Activity main.xml is related with the main activity.java. I need to create the variables for all the components, whatever I need to refer in this Java program. The first is the button for sign up. And next is edit text. We have 2 edit text component. One is for password and another is for username. And the next variable whatever I use here is a string, where I will be storing the regular expression whichever I require for matching the requirements, which is used for validating the password. According to the requirement, I need to ensure that a password contains at least one number, one capital letter and one small letter, and at least one special character, and the length of the password should be 8 characters. This is my requirement. To check this content, I need to use a regular expression. For that, I will be storing the entire regular expression in a string, and later I will be using that string as a pattern matching. So here I declare and initialize a string value. Always better to use private because it will give more security for the data whatever we use. and I am making it as static and final 2, and the type is string, and I am giving the name as password pattern underscore pattern. And next I need to provide the regular expression as a string value. The regular expression goes like this. The first regular expression for checking the numbers so I'll be copying the content and I'll explain later. So this is a regular expression whatever I will be using. Okay, so this is for number. It checks for a number, at least it contains one number, and this pattern or regular expression will check for capital letter, and this is for small letter, and this will check for uh, special character, and this one will ensure for whether a password contains white spaces or not. So we should not have any white spaces in the password. And last one is this will check for whether it contains at least 8 characters. If I give here one more value like 15, this will become the maximum value. That means it will check for minimum 8 characters and maximum 15 characters. Anyhow, here we are not checking that. This is the regular expression I use for validating the password. This much we have in the initialization part. The next, we define the pattern. Here we use a class called as pattern to compile the regular expression whatever we have used. The class name is pattern, and I declare a object reference, that is variable ps pattern is equal to, we have a function called as compile. This function will compile the given regular expression. I have already stored the regular expression inside the string, that is password pattern. So I am giving it as a argument. What exactly this will do is it will compile the given regular expression into this pattern, and for this class we are importing regex.pattern class. Now we will go with the implementation for sign up. Whenever user clicks on sign up, first it has to check for the validity of the password, and it must also check for empty edit text. So if at all user uh, not provides any input, then we have to provide a suitable message. So I create a on click listener for sign up button inside the bundle. Before that I have to create the reference for all those widgets whatever we have created. The first one is button, sign up is equal to find view by ID r dot id dot, we have button sign up, and next we have edit text for username. US name is equal to find view by ID. So this is the widget whatever I used in the main activity.java. And next comes for password. Now we can create the on-click listener for sign up button. Sign up dot set on-click listener, new so this is the on-click listener for my sign up button. Here I have to check for the validity. Before that I need to get the text from US name and password. So for that one I'll be storing in a string. So private string, say username is equal to US name dot get text. So this will get the text from the US name edit text and convert into toString. Like that. Okay, private is not required here. We also get the string from the password as well, and I am naming it as PSWD, and this let it be uname. Now I need to check for whether these two things are empty or not. If at all if it is empty, I need to provide a suitable message through a toast message. I will check for is empty if uname dot is empty, or I need to also check for password cannot be empty, pswd dot is empty. If this is true, then I need to provide toast message, toast dot make text. The context is main activity dot this, comma, then comes the text, username or password cannot be empty. And give the duration, let it be short duration, toast dot short dot show. So this will show this particular message if at all user tries to provide empty password or username. If this is not the case, I need to also check for validity. So for that I will be defining my own function, user defined function is valid. Later I will define it. So I will define it and later we can include the functionality. Private, let the return type of this is boolean because we are using inside the if, and name of the function is valid. So once we do here, later we will define the function. If this is valid, then we have to take the application to the next activity. The user need to go to the next activity. For that, we use the bundle. Here, the bundle is used for storing the data. In our case, the data is username and password. So these two things we need to pass to the next activity. In that activity, we need to compare both. For that, we use the concept called as bundle. We create the bundle class. Variable is equal to new bundle. And next we have to insert these two values into this bundle, or we are storing these two values into the bundle. The function we use for storing the values is bundle.putString, because since the value is string, we are using the putString function. Here it takes two values, that is two arguments. One is key as well as value. Normally we have to provide a key value pair of information to this bundle or this putString function. The key is username. It should be a unique name. It's a string. And the value is nothing but whatever I have taken from the username or edit text. The same thing I need to provide, that is uname. And same thing I need to repeat for password. And just I will change this as password, and this is PSWD. The same key we have to take it in the login page in order to retrieve these two values. Remember, that is why we have given this as a key for username as well as password. Once we insert the data to the bundle, now we create a intent. So intent is used to pass the data between the activity. We need to pass the data between sign up and login activity. For that, first I have to create the intent. The class name is intent. Is equal to new intent. So it has a constructor which takes two arguments. One is the context. So here I am passing get application context so that I can get the context of this entire application. And the last one is to which activity I need to pass the data. So in this case I need to pass the data to the, or I need to call the activity which is nothing but login activity. So I need to pass that class name. Here in our case the class is login.class, comma login dot class. And next I need to put this bundle into this intent. For that I need to call a function called as put extras using the defined variable intent dot put extras. Here I need to pass the defined bundle. So this bundle has two values, that is username and password. This will pass to this particular activity. So once I include all these things, next I need to start the next activity. For that I need to call one more function, start activity. Which activity? It is nothing but whatever referred by the intent. This intent is referring to this particular class. Next we define isValid function where we check for the validity of the given password. For that we use pattern matching. If so, we are checking for if at all it is not matching the required or given regular expression, I need to return false with the passing some toast message. So if PS pattern, so I have already compiled the pattern here, that is nothing but PS pattern. So with that I need to check the pattern matching. So PS pattern dot, we have a function called as matcher which will create the matcher for this particular compiled regular expression. The matcher is nothing but the password. The password is inside this string, or you can also take it from US name also. Or the password is PSWD so I will be putting this one outside this function so that I can use it, and I am making it as private. I will declare these two things outside the bundle so that I can use it. Private string uname as well as PSWD. Okay, so this is the matcher. Then comes dot matches. If this matches, so here what exactly I have did is, so I will be considering the compiled pattern and I will be matching with the given password using the matcher function creates a matcher that will match the given input against this pattern, and it will check for the whether it matches or not. So this will return either true or false. Here I need to check if that is not matching, so the entire thing is not. If it is not matching, then I need to print a toast message. The toast message we have here already, I am just taking it, which will print entire required rules or requirement for the given password, which will have at least one uppercase, lowercase, and one letter, that is a special character, and at least minimum 8 characters. I will display this message in a toast and I need to return false. Else I need to return true. So this is the implementation or definition for this is valid function. If it matches, then it will go here. If this becomes true, then it will create the bundle, put the given username to this username that is into the bundle with this particular key, and it will also include the given password into the bundle using this particular key. And then I am creating an intent. By using this intent, I am passing the given bundle to this particular activity. This is the implementation for sign up page. Now we will go with the implementation part for login page. I am in login.java file. This login.java file is related with the activity login.xml, whatever we have designed for login page or login activity. I create the reference for all the widgets like button, btn login, and for edit text, password and username. And I also require two string value to store the given username and password, and I'll compare it with the uh, transferred data from the sign up activity. For that I require two string values, let it be str name, uname, and str password. And later I will create all the references for those things with the find view by id. First I have edit text, that is US name is equal to find view by id r dot id dot, we have US name log, and we also refer for password. Password log. Then I need also refer the button as well. Button login. Next I also require a counter to count number of attempts. Let it be integer, a counter, and I am initializing to 0. So let all be private. Okay. So now next step is we need to retrieve the data from the bundle or the intent. For that again I need to define a bundle here. The class name is bundle, is equal to, in this case we get the intent first and get the bundle from that intent. The function name for getting the intent is get intent dot get extras. This will extract the data from the intent received. The bundle will be extracted from the intent received from the earlier or previous activity. So once we have this bundle, then we have to extract the data from that particular bundle. For that, we have to use the get string function, and I need to store inside these two strings. First, I will extract the username. So bundle dot get string function. Since our value is, or the key value is string, the function name is get string, which will pass, which will take one argument, that is nothing but key. Our key for username is username. Here you have to provide the same key whatever you have given in the sign up page. So sign up page we have given username and password as the key. The same thing you have to pass here. And I store this inside the str uname. So like that, I also get the password and I store it inside the str password. The key is password. We have retrieved the data from the bundle. So once we retrieve the bundle, the data from the bundle, next I have to create one more intent, so that if at all the login is success, I have to go into this particular activity. For that, I need to create one more intent here. Intent is equal to new intent. Get the context, get application context, and here I need to pass login success dot class. Login success dot class. Now I need to start this activity only if login is success. So that is why that I need to check inside the button click of the login button. So I create set on click listener for login button, btn login dot set on click listener. Inside this, what we need to do? First, I need to check the how many times user has been attempted for login. If the counter is less than 3, or if it is not equal to 2, then only I need to check for the username and password. Okay, so that is why first of all I need to provide if condition, and here I will check for counter is less than or equal to 2, because whenever user tries to attempt for more than 2, then I need to give a toast message saying that final attempt or maximum attempt is reached, and I need to disable the login button. So that is why I am taking this counter and I am checking for whether it is not equal to 2. If it is not equal to 2, then I test for the equality of password and username. So if here I am testing whether given username and password is same as whatever I have given in the sign up page. If the US name dot get text get the text from the US name, convert into toString, and check whether it is equal to the retrieved name, that is stru name. And I need to also test for the password as well. That is nothing but password dot get text, get the text from the password edit text, convert into toString, and test the whether it is equal to the retrieved password. Retrieved password is there inside str password. If this is equal, then I need to go to the next activity, that is nothing but login.success. For that, I need to start the activity. So start activity. Which activity? Whatever I have stored inside this intent. If this is not the case, if at all this is not matching, then I need to provide a toast message. Else I need to provide a toast message saying that username and password is invalid. Toast.makeText. So the context is login.this, and the text is username or password. So I need to check for both is invalid. And also provide the length for the toast message. .show. After showing this, I need to increment the counter. So increment the counter plus plus, and also I need to make both edit text widget as null. For that, US name dot set text, either fill with the empty string or pass it as a null, and also do it for the password dot set text null. And close one more if. Okay. So this is a close for if this is not the case, if the counter has exceeded value 2, then what exactly we have to do? In that case, we have to print a toast message saying that the maximum attempt is reached, and I have to, or we have to disable the login button. So in this case, provide else part, provide a toast message. So just copy this and paste it, and just change the text value. So here print maximum attempt reached. And next I need to disable the login button. To disable the login button, we have a function called as set enabled. Here we have a function called as set enabled and make it false. So this will disable the login button. So this is the entire implementation for login. We have retrieved the data from the bundle, and I have created the intent, and I have a referencing to the login success activity. Next, whenever user clicks on login button, first I have to check whether the maximum attempt is reached. For that I am checking for whether the counter is not equal to 2. If it is not equal to 2, then I need to retrieve the data from username and I need to check with the retrieve data from the bundle, as well as I need to do it for password as well. If this is equal, then I need to go to the next activity, that is login success activity. If this is not the case, then I need to generate a toast message saying that username or password is invalid. I am incrementing the counter and making username and password as null. If the maximum attempt is reached beyond 2, then I need to print a toast message saying that maximum attempt is reached, and I am disabling the login button. So we have implemented all the required functionality in the login activity. Now we will run this application and we will check whether the application runs according to the requirement. It will take time for finishing the build process and starting the activity. The application has been built successfully, and we have the sign up activity here. We have username and password and sign up button. First we will give username. I am giving it as Krishna, and the password, we have some requirement for validation. If I give ABCD, we should not accept this password. We should print a toast message according to our implementation. Yes, it is printing the toast message, and we'll see what happens if I give proper password with one capital letter, small letter, a special character, and numbers. So if I try to sign up now, okay, so again it is giving the same toast message. So I think we have made some logical error here. We will see what exactly we have done. We have to see in the main activity.java, because it is the page where we have implemented the sign up activity. Okay, so here is the logical error. While making copy paste, I have made a mistake. So here, instead of username, we have to provide the password. Password dot get text to string. Once we make changes, we will again apply the changes. So click on this, apply changes, and restart the activity. We have our application again built successfully. Now we will check whether the particular logical error has been resolved or not. give the username and password. So I'll give correct password with required validation. So let it be capital A, B, C, a special character and some number. Check whether it has 8 characters. If it is, then we can click on sign up page. Okay, so now both username and password is validated and it is going into the login activity. So here first we will check for more than 2 attempts whether we get proper message or not. So I will go with the wrong username or password. So I'll give password 123 and I will check login. Okay, I'm getting the toast message username and password invalid, and as well as this username and password content is made as null, and counter has been incremented by 1 according to our implementation. Two attempts again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now maximum attempt is reached and login button is disabled. This is as per our requirement. Now next we will test for the valid username and password. Now I will test for valid username and password for sign up as well as login activity. That is, I will consider all successful or valid information for all the activities. Give some username and password with the required validation. Sign up is successful. Give a proper username and password whatever you have given during the sign up page. So in this case it has to go to the next activity. Okay, so login successful. So this is all the things whatever we have implemented. Thank you for watching. We will meet in the next video. Have a nice day.